Happy 2025 Panthers, and welcome to the first Panthers Pause episode of the new year. I hope you didn't forget, I'm Melissa Morales.
I'm Trinity Dancer.
And I'm Alexa Thomas.
And this is Panthers Pause.
We know you missed us.
I can't imagine you guys going weeks without seeing our face on Fridays. Hope you're all okay.
We don't have many announcements for you guys except for some cool writing opportunities.
Yep, Miss Fish is holding another writing contest. See her in the library for details.
And the live community outreach is having a writing contest at all high schools. Each school will select a winner for a prize. First place is $50, second place is $30, and third place is $20. Whoever wins will be put in the Fort Wayne newspaper. Just write about this prompt. Beloved community, what does it mean to you and how do you see it in your own community?
Let's get into some segments. Here's This Week in History.
On this day, January 17th, the German Empire was founded in 1871.
January 18th, leaders from the Allied nations began a series of discussions that became known as the Paris Peace Conference.
On this day, January 19th, the U.S. Air Force fired approximately 40 Tomahawk cruise missiles at a Iraqian factory which is linked to illegal nuclear weapons.
On this day in history, January 20th, Franklin Delano Roosevelt became the first U.S. president sworn into office in January.
On this day in history, January 21st, 1801, the first anti-slavery petition was presented to the British Parliament.
On January 22nd, Kmart became the largest retailer to file for bankruptcy ever.
National Pie Day in the United States is celebrated on January 23rd.
On January 24th, 1986, the Voyager 2 swept past Uranus, which is so far the only human craft to visit this planet.
January 13th, or last Monday, was National Rubber Ducky Day,
as well as National Sticker Day. Yesterday was National Dress Up Your Pet Day. On Wednesday, the 15th, the rules of basketball. Hey, did you know Thursday in this week of history is National Nothing Day? So chill out. This week in history, today is Muhammad Ali's birthday and National Popeyes Day. Have a good weekend, Panthers.
And just an FYI, we have Monday off because of MLK Day.
Thanks, Martin.
And Snider Travels is having a fundraiser. On Friday, January 31st, Panda Express is helping Snider Travel kids out. Go support.
Trin, what was your favorite part of break?
Doing absolutely nothing. It felt great. What were you up to?
Nothing. We asked you guys what you did over break, and here's what you said. Favorite thing that you did on break?
I finished the show Game of Thrones.
So my favorite thing that I did over break was we did an impromptu trip and we took the train to Chicago and we saw Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. It was really fun.
So IU basketball game and met some of the players.
Favorite thing over Christmas break was the fact I got to spend time with my family, my son and my daughter and all the grandkids. Just a great time over the holidays.
Favorite Christmas present?
I got tickets to the WWE Royal Rumble. My favorite Christmas present is the chain I got because you always need more in your life.
Christmas gift is my circle chain.
My favorite gift is that I got the Blue album by Weezer on CD.
Favorite Christmas gift was my iPad.
My favorite Christmas gift was some cologne.
And before we left, we weren't able to see the Naughty and Nice Santa Claus segment, so here's the conclusion for that. Can't wait to see!
What do you think you're doing?
Ugh, you're still here. I'm just doing what your wife told me to do. Now excuse me.
Excuse me?
What did you just say?
Oh, forget I said anything.
Well, no. You said something about my wife. Explain yourself.
It's not my place to tell.
Fine. You leave me with no choice. Mrs. Claus!
Okay, well, I'm gonna go. Good luck.
What?
When you gave that pep talk to Jay, what exactly did you talk about?
Why, I was just encouraging him to be the best he could be.
And would that involve being naughty?
Well...
How could you do that to me? To Jay? You forced an innocent young boy to find his place on the naughty list. How could you do that to me?
Jay is far from innocent. He was already on the naughty list anyways.
Well, why wouldn't you just tell me, Samantha?
I tried. You didn't listen. You were too worried about getting this done and not worried about the fact that your wife was upset.
You're right, Samantha. I should have listened to you. I'm sorry.
Thank you, honey, but now we have to undo all the harm that we created.
Well, look who's in detention.
Listen, Jay, I know I told you to do all these naughty things, but I wasn't thinking right and you weren't either, so you have to stop doing all these bad things, Jay.
No.
I'm sorry, Jay, for putting all these bad thoughts in your head, but why are you still so determined to be naughty?
Because what's the point of being nice?
Because it builds friendship or rebuilds relationships. Just think about all the bad things that you've been doing, Jay. You've been doing them all by yourself. I know you don't know this yet, but later on in life, you're gonna have no friends in your corner.
I guess you're right, but is there any way for me to change?
You can change. Just like me. I used to be in detention every day, and now I run it. I believe in you.
And speaking of the naughty list, Rocco is still missing.
And this is a serious matter. We have Rocco as a friend privilege for you Panthers. And whoever took it or has information for his whereabouts, tell me, Alyssa, or Mr. Guitart.
Here's where we saw him last.
Mr. Guitar, I want to do Rocco. You know where he is?
All right, Dominic, you're going to do Rocco this week. God, where is... I think the last place Rocco was somewhere down by the Panther in the main hallway. Why don't you go find him?
Thank you. What is this? We have him. I will call you. What does that mean? Mr. Guitar, what? I think Rocco's missing.
What is going on?
You see the King LeBron left-handed dunk a few days
Oh,
ago?
no, bro. His Space Jam movie was crazy.
He's just so goated. He's the best ever. Someone's bringing the phone.
Oh, for real? Hello? What? Rocco's missing?
I called you because it seems that Rocco's missing. Can you help me with this?
We have him. I will call you. Yes, we can help you. Gotcha.
Now time for something really important. Here's our mental health minute.
Good morning, this is Miss Latham.
And I'm Miss Miller.
And this is our week's Mental Health Minute. Today we're going to be talking about mindfulness. Mindfulness is a technique that involves just becoming aware of your thoughts and feelings as they come up. It's really a practice of staying in the present moment without judging how you think or how you feel in that moment.
Right. So the goal of mindfulness is to avoid automatic or destructive habits and being a lot more intentional about the things that you're doing. And the benefits of this are that it can reduce stress, pain, fatigue, and improve your overall quality of life.
So here are some techniques that you can use to incorporate mindfulness into your everyday life. The first one is a body scan. This is really easy to do maybe first thing in the morning or at night when you're laying down to get ready to go to sleep. So a body scan basically involves you focusing on different parts of your body, trying to focus on areas that may feel like they have a little bit more tension than others, and then just doing some deep breathing to try to relax those areas. Another mindfulness technique is mindful eating. So when you're eating something, just taking your time, not having the TV on or any other distractions, and just focusing on what you're eating in the moment. Mindful breathing is also a good one. I like to think of mindful breathing as a light. So I imagine myself breathing in like a bright yellow or bright purple light, letting that light fill my body as I'm taking a deep breath, and then releasing that light as I'm releasing the breath out of my body.
You can also do mindful listening, so just being present in the moment so you can focus on a conversation without distraction. Mindful walking, so paying attention to your walking instead of getting lost in your thoughts, and actually focusing like on your footsteps and the pattern and things like that. You can also do a walking meditation, so going on a walk and noticing how it feels as each part of your foot hits the ground, noticing the sights and the sounds around you. And then mindful appreciation, so just taking a few minutes to sit and think about everything in your daily life that you normally take for granted can actually be helpful to shift your mindset to a more positive one instead of focusing on all of the negative.
So if you need any resources or would like to talk a little bit more about mindfulness or just speak to someone in general, you can always fill out our mental health request Google form, or you can pop in a guidance and let us know when is a good time for us to chat with you. And that's it.
Thanks.
If you're feeling overwhelmed or stressed, remember to take a deep breath and focus on one thing at a time. We're in this together, Panthers.
If you need anyone to talk to, our counselors are available.
Now it's time for Guess Who? Teacher Edition. Let's take a look.
What town did you grow up in?
Syracuse, Indiana.
Where did you graduate high school?
Wawasee.
Do you coach any sports?
No.
How long have you worked at Snider?
For 3.5 years.
And what subject do you teach?
English 9.
I definitely guessed that right.
Girl, you thought it was Mr. Clee. I don't know how more far off you could get. Anyway, here's this week's I Bet You Didn't Know segment.
I bet you didn't know it rains metal on Venus.
I bet you didn't know snails breathe through their feet. I bet you didn't know a cat has 13 muscles in each ear.
Bet you didn't know dolphins name each other.
I bet you didn't know it's illegal to own a guinea pig in Switzerland.
I'll bet you didn't know cats sleep an average of 15 hours a day.
Did you know that Australia is wider than the moon?
I bet you didn't know if you sneeze too hard, you'll fart.
I bet you didn't know that the average person spends about 6 months of their life just waiting.
That's how it feels waiting for the boys to set the show up. Anyway, that's all we have today.
On to you, Alexa.
The boys basketball team on December 21st played against Elkhart and came out victorious with a 67-56 win. On January 2nd, the boys played against Mishawaka, Marion, and Avion. The day ended with a 60-55 win against Mishawaka and 76-44 loss against Avon. On the 3rd, the boys traveled to Huntington North and ended the game with a 68-64 loss. On January 7th, they played against New Haven High School and won 63-56. The boys played against Northrop last Friday and ended the night with a 75-49 win. Now, let's recap the girls' work over break, but instead of me yapping, let's watch it now.
Hello, Panthers. My name is Kamora Williams, and I am reporting to you from Snider High School, and I'm going to give you guys a recap of the girls' basketball game during our Christmas break. On December 20th, it was a home game against Northside High School, and then freshman Janaea Cooper bucketed 25 points, following up senior Kyra Parker with 15. The score overall was the Legends 33 and the Panthers 62. On the 28th was the Norwell Knights, and the highest score of the game was with Janaea Cooper with 30 points. The overall score was with the Knights was 68 and Panthers 58. On the 28th was also a home game against Valparaiso Vikings, And then junior Lillian Barnes achieved 21 scoring points. And junior Cadence Clark made 13 points. The scoreboard was Vikings 59 and Panthers 41. Great job, Panthers. Back to you, Alexa.
The basketball teams weren't the only ones staying busy. The wrestling team competed over winter break, and we have another video to recap for you all. Let's watch it now.
Over break, the Mighty Panther wrestling team had some matches. On December 21st, the Panthers traveled to the Henry Wilt Classic at Penn. They lost the first 4 matches but came back and won in the last match. On December 27th, once again, the Panthers were on the road to the Al Smith Classic Invitational at Mishawaka and placed 23rd overall. On January 4th, they hosted the Mike Astor Memorial Invite versus Angola and had a couple of tough matches. Good job, Panthers.
The swim and dive team faced off against East Noble last night, with both teams coming away with a win. Final scores for the girls were Snider 129, East Noble 43, and for the boys, Snider 111 and East Noble 74. The team recognized 11 seniors for senior night: Ong A, Aubrey B, Ava B, Martin C, Jeremy D, Kyle D, Me H, Natalie P, Camden Rice, Julia S, and Jack V. Congratulations, seniors, and thank you for all you have done as part of the swim and dive team. Standout performances include Carmila C, Silas B, Martin C, Me H, Jack V, Julia S, Anna H, Fallon K, and Marissa Shaler. The team competed don't crash out. The team competes Saturday in the SAC Conference Championship. The boys track team will have a call-out meeting on February 5th for all of those that are interested. If interested, please attend, and if not, in a winter sport for those interested. And if you're in a winter sport, please stop by Coach Webster's room D290 for more information. A call-out meeting for the Panthers that want to be part of the Snider lacrosse team is coming up this spring. This is a great opportunity to learn more about the new sport and compete across the state. This meeting is to get information about the upcoming season and ask questions about the sport and what to expect. We also give you important dates for the season as well as meet the coaching staff. If you are unable to attend and plan on playing, send an email with your name, contact phone number, and email to the following address: michaelfabyanic@fwcs.k12.in.us. Anyone interested in playing baseball this season should look for posters in the hallways near the athletic office, PE locker room, and weight room. There are QR codes for the Google form to complete and a link for the preseason work schedule. Our first workout is January 27th at 5:30. You must have a physical uploaded to Final Forms to participate. Now, let's hear about our upcoming athletic events with Mr. Zimbo.
All right, hey Snider, a lot of athletic events coming up. The winter events in sports, they are starting to wind down, so come on out and support your Snider friends. On Saturday, January 18th, the wrestling team travels to Concordia for a Concordia Invitational, and the boys and girls swim and dive teams compete in the SAC Swim and Dive Tournament at the Southside Natatorium. Swim starts at noon. On January 21st, the swimmers are back in the pool against Bishop Lures and Southside on January 21st, and that is a 4:15 start. The 22nd, the boys basketball team, they travel to Heritage. Also on the 22nd, the wrestling team competes against Leo, and that is senior night. So again, come on out and support your wrestling buddies and on their senior night. On the 23rd, the lower level boys and girls basketball teams, that's JV freshmen, boys and girls basketball, we host them, host Concordia here at Snider. And the swim team, they travel to Homestead. On the 24th, Friday, the boys and girls basketball teams, we travel to Concordia for another SAC showdown in a boy-girl doubleheader for boys and girls basketball. And then on January 25th, the wrestling team competes in the SAC wrestling tournament here at Snider. Wrestling begins at 9 a.m. Also on the 25th, the gymnastics team, they travel to Concordia for the Carter Classic. So head on out and support them. Gymnastics begins at 11:30. And then also on the 25th, the girls basketball team travel to Northridge. So A lot of athletic events coming up. That Northridge game, JV starts at 5:30, varsity around 7. So, hey, a lot of opportunities for you on the 25th to go on out and support all your Snider athletic friends. Look forward to seeing you.
Today, the girls and boys basketball teams will play against Homestead High School at home. The girls will play at 6 p.m. and the boys team will follow at 7:45. If you can't make it out to the game but still would like to watch it, tune in to Panthers Pause 2.0 to watch the action live at 5:50 p.m. That's all from me today. Back to you, Alyssa and Trendy.
We'll see you guys in 2 weeks. Enjoy your 3-day weekend, and
we hope you miss us.
Yeah.
Bye.
We can do so much better than that.
Yeah.
Like, this is lame.
Yeah. Come on, let's go. Let's go.